This week's episode is brought to you by Derek Gerard Photography. Derek has been a professional for over 20 years and covers everything from weddings, corporate shoots, meet and greets and VIP events. He was also one of the club photographers at Dundee Football Club for 13 years. Derek will travel all over Scotland and beyond to capture your smiles, and as a wee thank you to listeners of this show, he'll give you a 20% discount when booking. All you have to do is get in touch via his Facebook page, Derek Gerard Photography, and mention the code CF26. Now, this could save you something like £300 from the cost of your wedding photography, for example. He's a great guy. He's photographed some of my shows in the past, some of the events I've done. I've met the guy. He's a legitimately brilliant photographer and a lovely gentleman, and we thank him very much for sponsoring the show. Oh, it was a bad clap and everything.
Can I do one?
Yeah.
Nah, that wasn't very good either.
I thought that was good.
Do you know who's the best clapper in the game?
I don't know.
Hannah. I've completely forgotten Hannah's surname.
There's a Fairburn?
No,
that's
like literally
Rachel.
Hannah Campbell. Hannah Campbell.
Oh, Hannah Campbell.
Excellent clap. Have you heard Hannah's clap?
Can't say
It's,
That's a deep one.
she's got a deep clap, yeah.
I think I've got too many bony fingers. So if it hits the wrong bit, it's just quite...
I can clap with one hand.
I hope we start with this, Chris, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
What I do, I can do both hands independently,
Yeah,
and then I do them together.
please.
So, okay. Right, okay, here goes one.
I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't the flapping nature.
Flappy, clappy hand, yeah. And then. Yeah.
Why have you not gone on Britain's Got Talent? This
I
is a
mean-
golden buzzer.
What am I going to do in the second round?
For some reason in my head, I just pictured it being like a really
Well, it is
overwhelming, but it was I wasn't expecting the flap.
that. Give yourself a go. See if you can do it. Oh! Do you know what? That's not bad for a first attempt.
This is like my 4-year-old going, Dad, I can click. And she goes, and I go,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
I could never do that Ali G thing that people do either.
Be a good show. Yeah.
Fucking hell, who's this
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah. I can do lots of things. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of What Can You Do With Your Body Parts?
Oh, just spat quite heavily there. Apologies if that.
It's added to the bodily
Went
element.
quite a long way.
Welcome back to another episode of Stop Watering Dead Flowers with me, your host, Chris Forbes, in association with the Stand Comedy Club. Hey, let's start off the show with another plug for the live show at the Edinburgh International Comedy Festival. It's going to be on the Thursday. Yes, Thursday, the 20th of August at 6:05. That's a reasonable time to go to a show.
It's a great time. Not, 6. No, but 5 past.
6:05.
Yeah.
That's the money. Come on down. We're going to have some more live guests. We want the audience members to bring along their little dead flower stories. We'll share them. We'll talk about them with whoever's on stage. Thursday, the 20th of August. We'll see you there. Stop watering dead flowers. Hey! We're back here, and I'm delighted to say in the garden this week we have the wonderful Chris Rutter. Chris, how are you?
I am pretty well, Chris. How are you?
I'm very well, and I feel giddy from having seen your talent there, which I truly hope is the first thing that people see and hear when they started this episode.
I think it needs to be behind a paywall, I'll be honest.
Maybe that's for the Patreon only.
Yeah. I don't give it away cheaply.
Oh, my goodness. Chris, by way of introduction, certainly one of the fastest rising and kind of hottest acts on the circuit right now.
You said it.
One of the chosen of what people are calling the Stand Five.
Which is confusing because there is a venue, or there was a venue called the Stand 5.
Yeah.
So,
Which is there a competitiveness amongst the 5 members that have been chosen? I should just, for anyone that hasn't heard any previous episodes, that have been chosen to be kind of backed and supported by the Stand for the Edinburgh Fringe Comedy Festival. Is there a competitive nature against you? Have you been going? Oh, which stand are you in? What time have you got?
there has been a bit of that, yeah. But I'm very happy with my time and location.
Hello.
Yeah. But I've never actually been into the room
I'm
yet.
hearing a 5 pass somewhere.
There is a 5 in it. 16:35.
Oh boy, that is
4:35
perfect.
if you don't
Pre-dinner comedy.
Yeah.
That's a sweet spot at the
Well,
Fringe.
I chose that because then I can get home to put the kids to bed.
Me too. We're just
you're coming
noble
to-
guys.
Oh, right, okay. That's what you
No,
mean.
my
Yeah,
show is even earlier in the day, so I can help with dinner as well as bedtime.
yeah.
I mean, who's really the good dad?
My kids, no, they don't need feeding. Salt lick gives them everything they need.
Chris, away from Edinburgh Comedy Festival, certainly, and comedy, I have long held an affection for you
Have you?
as a person
That's very kind of you.
as well, because I feel like we bonded early on when correct me if I'm wrong, you had done a bit of comedy, you stepped away from it a wee bit, came back into it.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I remember we had a great conversation about relationships and getting engaged and
It
marriage.
was very nice. Yeah, it was a good conversation.
I like
do
that.
remember that. Yeah.
Not that comedy green rooms are often devoid of substance.
There's not
But
many of that chat. Those chats happen.
Yeah, it felt like quite a wholesome chat in
Yeah.
amongst a discussion of probably of a debaucherous nature.
Yeah, it was a nice. It was a nice palate cleanser, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But do you remember the first time we met?
Was it a gig?
Yes.
I'm guessing it was probably like a Red Raw.
No,
I've
it
got
wasn't.
it wrong. No, tell me.
It was. I don't know if you remember this gig. It was McHugh's in Bannockburn.
McHugh's. Was it a Barry? The guy Barry that used to run gigs.
No.
Really off here.
It was.
He lived in Stirling, so I'm like, he must have been the only guy that. Who ran this gig in Bannockburn?
Well, I think it was a one-off. It was Ian Hume that ran it,
Ian Hume.
and he.
That was the gig I was thinking of. I thought that's where we had that conversation. Even
No, that conversation happened in the other Glasgow stand.
I see. That's
The
right,
OG.
backstage in the over. But that's the one where Ian Hume's daughter was there as well.
Melanie.
Shout out to Ian Hume and his daughter, who I have
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And I tell you what, I really remember that gig because it really looked unplayable when we walked in.
Well, when I did it, I realised it was unplayable. Because the two memories I have of that is after I came off, you just went, "Don't worry about that." And
Hopefully in a kind way.
oh, it was very kind.
I think I was like, this is not a gig.
it wasn't really a gig, was it?
Yeah.
It was. I seem to
Quite
remember
a
the stage was in the
wild
middle of the room.
Kind of pubby function room, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, but you need those experiences early on
Yeah.
to kind of it's character building, isn't it? But I do remember Ian's daughter excitedly coming up to me saying, "Oh, I've heard loads about you, Chris. My dad loves you. I'm really looking forward to it." And then she never spoke to me afterwards. And Ian, I remember Ian saying to me, "Chris, the people of Bannockburn are not ready for paedophile jokes." So that was the key takeaway.
Maybe they are now.
Maybe we should go
We
back.
need to go back. Do you know, this is going to sound so... Because I truly remember that gig, but I had just blurred that first gig and meeting you elsewhere when we had that conversation. It's going to sound so self-congratulatory, but I actually remember that gig because I think it looked hellish, but then I actually did all right.
Yes, you did well. Yeah, you did well.
And the only reason I remember that is because in comedy, as well as any industry, but certainly in comedy, you're often going through stages of going, what am I doing and why am I doing this? But I remember going home that day and saying to Eleanor, I was like, I'm actually pretty pleased because that looked like it was going to be an absolute shit show, and somehow I managed to have a good gig.
I think those...
I managed to kind of wrangle the mass of the weird mental drunk groups, and I was like, I can't believe I've done that.
I think sometimes that's better than actually smashing a gig, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good point away from home.
Yeah.
Isn't it, pretty much?
That was it exactly. If you had to go back for a return leg, you'd be trounced, but I got away with it.
Yeah, you used the pitch to your advantage, whereas
was it.
The wind was against me in the first half, really. Yeah.
If only that had happened in co-winning.
But you were in the middle of saying you admire me, and you didn't really...
I admire you because you seem like a man of good character.
Yeah, thank you.
Which, again, I feel like I'm really diminishing the whole of the comedy world. Sometimes it's quite rare to have, conversations that you realise are more important than just, that was a shit gag or this, that. It was like, we're talking about stuff that's kind of life important.
Yeah, your life is the most important thing, isn't it? Like actual life.
Yeah.
And you do need to remind yourself of that sometimes. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice chat.
But it has been great having known you when you kind of started a wee bit away and come back, because you have been someone that's just clearly, it's just great when you see someone clearly getting better and better and better, every so often on the circuit, people are just like, oh, have you seen so-and-so right now? He's on fire right now, or Roscoe's in a great moment. But you've been killing it recently.
Yeah, I mean, I think stepping away reignited the fires in a big way.
Yeah.
And the opportunity to come back. I'm essentially, well, this is going to sound a bit grandiose, I feel like the Tyson Fury of the Central Belt of Scotland comedy scene.
Talking first comeback, second, third, or fourth Tyson Fury?
The one where he went off and had a bit of a mental breakdown and then came back.
First, nice.
Yeah,
That's the best
the
one.
big one. Yeah, I didn't balloon to 23 stone though.
You flex down there. We wanted the full recovery story.
But no, I'll tell you what it was. I was relatively successful in the sort of first few years, and then I got to a point where I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
Wasn't enjoying the gigs, and I thought I'll step away for a little bit, and then the world ended for a bit, and then life took over, got married, all that stuff. I was going to say rubbish then, but it's not rubbish. The good stuff. And then I really got into Josh Pugh during lockdown because he did a lot
videos,
of videos. And I thought, he's pretty funny. I like him. And then my wife bought me tickets to the Stand, Glasgow, to watch his show. And Stuart McPherson was opening.
Brilliant.
And we kind of started together originally.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like Stu's carried on and he's got to a good level. I was like, I need this back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I come back. I think better for it because you're a more rounded person, I think, when you're a bit older.
Big time.
Yeah.
Well, we're pleased to have you.
I'm pleased to be here. Thanks,
back
Chris.
in the ranks. Chris, let us now turn our attention to the format of this podcast.
Yes.
I seem to like asking everyone the same question before we even delve in, which is, how are you generally when it comes to, holding on to things? Are you usually quite good at learning from them, moving on, or do you fester?
Well, actually, I used to be really bad for it.
Yeah.
And then I will actually consciously tell myself when I have a horrible moment, I think, do you know what? In 3 weeks, you won't remember this. You'll remember there was something, but your memory will work on it and you'll just redact it. And at the moment, I don't have anything that I'm too sad about.
Bannockburn's gone.
Bannockburn's there, but that was the old Chris. Do you know what I mean? Like every 7 years, every cell in your body is replaced, right? So you're technically a new person.
Wow,
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's previous Chris.
I need to get into a bit of that.
Yeah.
How many? So I've got another. What is that? 6 years.
Have you just had a change?
Before I get rid of Kilwinning.
Oh, right, I see. What happened in Kilwinning? Or does that stay in Kilwinning?
Tell you what, you don't want to know, and the listeners don't want to hear about it.
I think they probably
Again.
do. Oh, again. Oh, okay. You've mentioned it.
But that is interesting. I quite like that.
Yeah, I think you do need to kind of, everything's a learning point, isn't it?
However, as I'm always reminding people, it doesn't necessarily have to be on this podcast actual regrets or embarrassing moments. It purely has to be the things that you just can't help them popping into your head. Even if you've learned from them, moved on from them, every so often things still just go, hey, you remember?
It's very innocuous ones for me.
Yeah.
Like we'll get into this, but one that actually really negatively affected people's lives.
Wow.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But there was one where I just said a wrong word.
Yeah.
26 years ago, and I still think about it now.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what we want.
Let's start with the childhood one. What did you pick out from that delicate of times?
A brilliant segue. So this involves my local retail parade.
Tell us more about that.
Well, Chinese fish and chip shop, hairdressers,
Classic.
Classic trio. And I played a lot of football as a youth. My dad was involved in the running of the team.
Nice.
And the local chip and chip? No.
Chip and chip.
What do you call
Fish
them?
and chip
Fish and
shop?
chip shop.
They sponsor the team?
No.
Oh.
It was an owner operated fish, as they mostly are.
Yeah.
Family that lived down the road from us.
Okay.
And they ran a rival football team.
Those slippery devils.
So they were called Discoveries.
Discoveries?
Yeah. There was two really good teams, Discoveries and Humberthurne, but we don't need to go into that.
Okay.
And he spotted a bit of talent in me, this guy. And he
the rival?
the rival, and he wanted to sign me.
Hello.
But I found that a little bit intimidating
Yeah.
because I was a big fish in a small pond
Yeah.
at Progressive Juniors.
Right.
But Discoveries was another level.
Well, he knows all about fish.
Absolutely, he does. He did. I didn't plan that, but that's good. And so I always felt a little bit nervous around him. Is the point?
Yeah.
Very self-conscious.
Yeah.
I embarrassed myself in front of him 4 times in a 12-month period.
Impressive, really.
Yeah. So we'll go through them.
One at a time.
First one.
Here we go.
I really loved Liverpool growing up. The football team.
Yeah.
I mean, the city's fine, but predominantly the football team.
Tell you what, we're 4 weeks ahead, but great game yesterday.
Well, it depends for which side of the fence you're sitting on, doesn't it? Yeah.
So, that first one.
The first one, if you remember, do you remember Emil Heskey?
I certainly do.
Yeah. Good signing for Liverpool.
Good big brute of a guy.
Yeah.
He did well.
I think he signed, was it 2000, 2001? Came from Leicester, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was chatting, my dad was chatting to the owner in the car park.
Right.
At a communal car park.
Discussing fees.
It was gentle conversation, and he turned to me and he said, "Oh, what do you think to a meal?" And I thought he was offering me a meal. And I was like, "Oh, go on then." He was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "A meal." "Yes, please." He's like, no. Emil Heskey. And I was like, oh, God. I'm never going to recover from this.
Oh, dear.
And I don't think I fully have.
Did you try and answer, or was it just too late then?
I was only like 11 or 12, so you're not socially developed enough to even...
It's the embarrassment's hit and you're just...
It's a deep traumatic moment.
Yeah.
That there's scar tissue somewhere from that moment. And fast forward a few months.
Yeah.
We bump into the couple in town.
Okay.
In McDonald's.
Okay.
They're eating at a rival fast food chain.
Oof.
My parents stopped by for a chat. You're the awkward sort of hanger-on. And the wife offered me a chip from her box.
They really wanted to sign you, eh? Oh, wow.
What would you call that? The French fry receptacle. The cardboard receptacle.
Yes.
And she said, chip, but I heard chips.
Right.
And I took the whole thing and just started to eat the whole lot. And there was just a silence amongst everyone. And my dad was like, "I'm sorry about that, Kay." And she was like, "It's fine. It's fine." Because I can't buy her more chips because I'm not economically active. I can't buy her any chips. So yeah. So that's number 2.
That's great. Chips.
And then number 3.
Picturing her face.
Yeah, she was just like bereft, as you would be.
Yeah, a lunch.
And I mean, to be fair, she could just go and make herself chips at any time she wanted.
Come on now. Yeah.
So yeah. No, I don't feel too bad about that one. Third one. Do you remember the Royal Family? Not the monarchy, but the TV show. I used to watch that with my dad.
Okay.
But I didn't really fully understand everything.
Of course.
And my dad was in the chip shop during the day, talking football again.
Nice.
And it was very gently pointed out to him that he was flying low. So he...
Very polite.
He corrected the situation, as you would do. And for a reason I still don't understand, I felt the need to chip in with quite a famous line from the Royal Family. I don't know if you remember this. But Jim Royal said, a similar situation for Jim Royal, and he said, and this is what I said to the whole chip shop, the cage may be open, but the beast is asleep. So imagine an 11-year-old boy saying that in public about their dad. And I've embarrassed myself previously, twice before. Just, yeah. And then... as a callback, maybe I was older at this point, probably 17, 18, and I did generally avoid the fish and chip shop because it's just, but I did go in this one time, and I think all the memories came flooding back to the point where I just couldn't articulate myself properly. Oh, no. So this was my order. I said, "Can I have fish, chips, and mushy, please?" I'd missed out a word, but just awful.
Mushy,
So yeah,
please.
I suppose in a way, I've condensed and consolidated all of my social awkwardness just to one family.
Yeah, it's bizarre and impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. My mind, I think it must have been conspiring against me.
Yeah, you knew that there was a pressure involved with these people, and
Yeah.
and they're very oily, and there's an intimidating sense from a chip shop when you're younger in a way.
Yeah, and you know, he looked a little bit like Sean Dyche as well.
Well, that wouldn't help.
Which at the time I didn't know who Sean Dyche was, but looking
No.
back now, he had the the sort of disc beard
Yeah.
and the big round head.
I take it he never, even if he had intended to at some point, he maybe was put off the idea of signing you for his team eventually.
I wouldn't have been good for the dressing room.
Yeah.
No.
Not with that type of chat.
Yeah, I was too rogue. I mean, I suppose, who would that be the equivalent of? Thomas Gravison.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, somebody like that. Disrupting the...
Liking yourself to Thomas Gravison.
Just unpredictable.
Right.
In what he's going to do and say, which I think I proved 4 times.
Meal. I love it. Do you ever see that family? Is that chip shop still in existence when you go back to that area? Are they still around?
Thankfully, they've passed away now. So, so yeah, I can go back. So yeah, that's gone now.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
That's one way of getting rid of it.
I've moved on.
Dead flower.
As they have as well. So yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're off to a good start here.
Yeah. So have you ever made a similar mistake in a fast food situation?
Never that specific, no. And certainly not repeatedly with the same person.
Emil. What do you think to Emil? I think that's on him as well. Like, that's a weird thing.
They were all kind of... And then, because then when the second one was in another establishment of food, I was kind of hoping that they were all going to be either food or football player name related incidents. I was trying to think of other names of people at the time, if they'd went like, "Oh, what do you think of Kuhl?" And you're like, "Kuhl? I never drink the stuff."
There's probably a bit in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So that's my childhood memory.
Wow, that's a cracker. We're off to a good start. If that's what you were like then, I'd imagine the ones that followed. I'm imagining they grew in intensity of kind of mistakedness, if that's even a term.
Mistakedness.
Yeah, mistakedness. That could be a good word.
Mistakedness. What was the other word you said earlier?
I have no idea.
Knowledge. Are you technological, you said?
I did, yeah.
Technological mistakedness.
I should have really just said, knowledgeable about tech stuff.
Yeah.
But
I get what
knowledgeable about tech.
Yeah.
We'll not go into that, but...
Where do we go? Where do we go now?
I tell you what, we often move into a career one.
That's perfect.
And instead of just, talking solely on comedy, it's lovely to see from that small, slightly awkward when it came to fish and chop shop owners' boys.
It's hard.
Chop shop owners' boys.
I called it a fish and ship.
Maybe it's that one place has an effect because now it's contagious.
The memory. I reckon he's probably in here now.
He's
affecting you now.
My God.
The memory of
fish and chip shop owner.
Peaks Lane Fisher is living on to haunt you, Chris.
Let's get away from that guy altogether.
Yeah, please.
Career-wise,
yes,
working in comedy. Before you get into comedy, though, did you have loads of different jobs? You someone that did like classic kind of paper rounds or any classic childhood jobs, or did you go through a kind of whole rigmarole of different part-time jobs?
You've actually reminded me of something which I hadn't thought about, which is perfect for this. My first job was a paper round.
Classic.
13. And it was a Sunday round. So that's the daddy round. You have to go back 3 times to fill up because of the supplements in the papers. And I remember going in, I put my name on the waiting list.
To become the paper.
Yeah. I got the phone call and he's like, "Chris, come in." So I went in and he gives me the round, like it's like a list.
Yeah.
And I remember being 13, being handed the list and just sat there looking at it and just thinking, I need to think about it. As if I was making a big decision. And he's like, "Do you want the job or not?" And I was like, "Yeah, go on then." So that was my first job. And I worked at Tesco for 5 years on the tills.
Yeah.
That was a fun job. And then I did a placement when I was at university. So I did a business and economics degree. And I was a trainee accountant for 6 months and discovered that I wasn't cut out for that.
Yeah.
And I was punted into the back office area of the business that processes payroll.
wow.
This is so sexy, right?
They moved you.
They moved me a bit more fast paced, right?
Yeah.
So, and after university finished, I went to China to teach English. Hated it.
Wow.
Came home, had nothing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
I didn't have anything.
I had nothing.
I remember coming back thinking, I've got to start again here. So I was 23. The company that I'd worked for briefly were like, if you've got nothing on, you know, why don't you come
back?
I was like, yeah, okay. So I went back and maybe about 4 or 5 months into the job, I was in charge of processing the BACS payments. We said technological. So what that means, Chris, is we had a client base and we had to make sure all the employees of our clients were paid on time.
Yeah.
So the way that works is you send the payment file. The next day, the bank processes the file, and then the next day you get paid, right? So I was in charge of sending these payments to the bank, right? And the mistake I made was I was sat on a computer that's configured for the American date format.
Oh, the day and month the wrong way round.
So I sent the payments to be processed on the 7th of June, 0706. Oh, no. But what actually happened was they were set to be processed on the 6th of July.
Big mistake.
Big mistake. So we came in on the Friday morning and it was obvious nobody had been paid. So
unhappy campers.
About 1,500 people.
Oh, wow.
Had not been paid a bean.
Well, that's a lot of people, actually.
That's a lot of people. And our MD at the time, he basically got in early and wrote a script because he knew the phones would be ringing.
Yeah.
And first job, 1,500 people haven't been paid. Everyone's getting abused on the phone. Some of the employees, this is kind of like working class Grimsby. Mm-hmm. So some of the employees, what's the word I'm looking for? Not scum, but very direct.
Yes, yeah.
And I remember one of the employees coming in. Like, everyone's like quite nice around me. It's like, oh, that's a shame for the lad.
How early on did you realise that you had made the error? Did you realise even before that day that, oh, this isn't going to work because I've processed it for next month?
So the manager realised the day before.
Okay.
And came in and was like, Chris, what have you done here? And then obviously my heart's like...
Yeah.
And there was no salvaging it because you just couldn't...
The process,
yeah,
it's
done. So everyone's like quite nice around me, and she was so nice. I mean, again, she's dead now, but she hugged me and she was like, Chris, you're going to remember this day.
I bet.
And one day you're going to be on Chris Forbes' podcast talking about this moment. But I've remembered that lesson. I was like, this is a really good lesson for life, because things are going to go wrong. But then this other woman came in. She went, bloody hell, Chris. When you drop a bollock, son, you drop a bollock.
Wow.
So she made me feel pretty bad.
Yeah. What a phrase.
And so what happened was a few of the employees thought it was their own company that had messed it up.
Right.
They didn't know of the outsourcing payroll world, as you probably didn't either.
No.
And they went onto social media slagging their firms off.
This thing's growing arms and legs.
And they got called into their office. Instant dismissal for bringing the company into disrepute publicly.
Oh, my days.
So, just through the click of a button, 2 people lost their livelihoods.
This is serious stuff.
Very serious, yeah.
This is probably the realest dead flower we've had shared in a sense that it had real repercussions.
Yeah, it did. And I do remember the IT manager trying to throw me under the bus because it's very convenient for him to chuck the 23-year-old guy,
protect
his own But it was his fault, really, because he hadn't set it up properly.
You must have felt awful.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go,
Well,
Were you, like, folks and people, like, kind of like, oh, it's going to be all right? Like, were you aware of the severity of how big a mistake it was?
well, yeah. I think if the managing director of a company has to come in early to write
Yeah,
a script to guide his employees through your mistake,
Oh, boy.
then that's not great, is it? But yeah, I mean, the good thing, I didn't have to meet anyone
Yeah.
that was affected by this. The Emil one haunts me more,
Right.
to be honest. That haunts me a lot more, yeah. So, yeah, so that's the career one. Pretty serious, that one.
That's a belter, though. I mean, as you say, the fact that you've actually thought, well, this is a good lesson for life and have learned from it rather than
Yeah.
just let it drag you down. Wow, it'd be incredible to get two of the people that were, laid off on the show and
Well, presumably they're probably
dead as
dead,
well.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Probably. To be fair, the boss still texts me now on the 7th of June, like, oh, happy
Is that
fuck up day. Yeah.
happy bollock drop day?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the most professional one I've got for you.
That is a good one to share. That
Yeah.
feels like it's a weight to carry.
I mean, it's just the American date thing, isn't it? It's
But as you
9/11
say-
again.
As you say, surely someone should have sorted that for our layout.
Well, the thing
format.
is, I guess anything in life, this is going to be philosophical now, you have to make a mistake before you put it right. But my mind went to industrial negligence.
Yeah.
So, metaphorically, we've recladded the payroll system, I believe.
I love how specific this is as well. But I know for a fact that when people are going, God, yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about, and something similar happened. And we're in the world of business here. We're in a corporate world.
Corporate, business, finance, backs,
You did it.
IT managers, bollock dropping. Yeah.
Let's get out of this.
Please.
Let's turn out the career mode here as well. Relationship.
I've got one.
And we've been trying to stress to people, because sometimes we're aware it's quite a vulnerable topic as well, and we don't want people to bring up people from the past too often. But it can be a relationship with, friend, family. But I have a feeling that because you had one so instantly, you do have a story from some sort of past relationship incident.
Well, it relates to my current relationship,
Brilliant.
but in the past.
Okay.
And you're involved.
Hello.
Well, it sounds like it's...
Can't believe you found out. Oh, no.
Which ties us into the discussion from the start,
Yeah.
where we had a very nice chat.
Yep.
My memory is... Well, we've already established that your memories are incorrect.
Very bad.
So
Unreliable.
let's see what you can remember. I remember
You were
backstage
going
at
to be,
stand.
You were about to propose, or you were planning a proposal.
I was thinking of proposing, and you had just proposed.
That's right.
And you were giving me some very calm advice. It's great. You know, just make sure you plan. I mean, what can you remember roughly what you would have said?
Those things, I guess.
Yeah.
I probably mentioned, although I regret it now, I was quite old-fashioned and cheesy, so I think I was telling you that I was quite cheesy, and I was like, oh, how are you going to do it? I asked the dad if the dad's still around.
The dad.
The old blessing. I don't know if we discussed buying a ring. So I remember speaking to a pal, I was like, when it comes to buying the ring, it's quite an intense event. Going to the shops, knowing how much to spend, knowing what they might like. So I don't know if we maybe discussed that as well. But yeah, I guess I probably just discussed my own plan or what I did to see if it was remotely helpful.
It was. I really appreciated that because, as you intimated earlier, you don't get sensible chat in green rooms normally. So that inspired me, and I put a plan together.
Nice.
So I had planned to take Charlotte back to where we first met, which was in Newcastle.
Hoey.
That's where we met. Hoey, the lads and the lasses. And we met in a nightclub on the Big Market.
Hello.
Yes.
Wild.
It's no longer there.
Dead.
Passed away, unfortunately. And I thought, that'd be nice. We'll go back to where we met. And I booked Jesmond House, the only 5-star hotel in the area.
Wow.
And I thought, we'll have a nice meal. I'll propose at the end.
Perfect.
And the night before, we went to see Blossoms at the O2 Academy, I believe it was. And I was quite drunk, and I just thought, fuck it, shall I do it now?
Yeah.
And then Charlotte came out of the toilet, and she was a bit upset about something, and I realised I'd bled on myself. I thought, now's not the time. And we went back to the hotel room, and I thought, maybe I'll do it in the hotel room. But then Charlotte's got a thing. She gets emotional when she's had a drink in hotel rooms because, in her words, 1 pillow isn't enough, but 2 is too much. And she got really upset about the Travelodge in Gateshead. So I thought, now's not the time.
No.
Now's not the time. Stick to the plan.
Come on.
But I got up and instantly just filled with dread. I don't know about you, I didn't enjoy the process.
Because you're thinking about it constantly.
You're the only one that knows.
Exactly.
And I thought, this 8:30 is a long time to wait
Yeah.
to do this. So I'm going to have to improvise. And I'm sorry to say, your words at that point were meaningless. I was in fight or flight mode. I'm in the Travelodge Gateshead car park thinking, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So I just randomly drove with no plan. And we sort of drove into the countryside, and Charlotte spotted a really nice cafe.
Yeah.
On the side of the road. She's like, oh, should we stop there? And I was like, no, we need to go for a walk right now. I was very officious. Like, it wasn't a nice, she was like, okay, yeah, let's go for a walk. So we pulled into this car park, and we just kind of walked down this sort of canal. It was, really nice and sunny. And I was on edge.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't really know what my plan is.
No.
I need to get rid of this.
It's about to happen. But...
Yeah, so the ring's in here, and I'm kind of checking around to make sure nobody is around, because I want it to be kind of private. And then I got down on one knee, and what you're supposed to say is something nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I said, do you want to get married?
Wow.
Do you want to get married? Which, it's not the most romantic thing to say, is it? But then, and I have told you this before, it was in that moment straight afterwards that I realised I'd just proposed on the site where Raoul Moat shot himself. Normally when you're on a canal, it's quite a nice thing. But I'd chosen probably the worst canal in the UK to propose to my wife on. So I'm forever haunted by that, because we're at that age now where a lot of our friends have got engaged, got married, and they've all got really nice
They tell the
stories. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, Raoul Moat.
Haunted by Raoul Moat. And
I just thought, is this going to be a theme throughout life, that sort of every key moment is aligned to some sort of atrocity? Like, weirdly, this didn't happen, but our first holiday after we got married was going to be Auschwitz. Like, we were going to go to Poland, but it got cancelled because of COVID. So yeah,
amazing.
I cannot right that wrong. And I remember afterwards, it's a sense of sort of relief and shame.
Yeah, that's how weird. Do you ever go back to that same spot, and then people are like,
funnily enough, I've never
these
been.
Guys, they must go back. What are you here for? Like, the anniversary. They must be like, they must have known him. They must have known Raoul Moat.
Just imagine if, ironically, it would have been good if Paul Gascoigne was there.
Yeah.
Begging her not to go through with it.
Don't do it. Fishing rod and a pack of beers for him.
And after that, we actually went back into Jesmond, and there's a petting zoo there.
Yeah.
And there was a parrot that could talk.
Oh, that would have been the place.
And it turned to Charlotte and went, hello. And she went, oh my God. And that was the action I wanted.
Yeah.
But the parrot got that.
Parrot got it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there.
There is, yeah.
Because let's even go back. I realise it's fight or flight, and it is a tense moment, having done it myself. But the do you want to get married line? If anything, that feels like and obviously she said yes, so that's a good thing.
She did. I mean,
But that must be.
idea.
Does she bring that up sometimes? The fact that you just went, do you want to get married?
She hasn't. She probably has to her mates and stuff. I think it is. I don't know. This is the kind of bravado thing from being like growing up in the sort of 90s and early noughties in like a working class town. Showing any form of emotion is a weak point. So the concept of telling your girlfriend,
I love you, will you marry me?
Just was like, oh. So I was trying to do it in like how would a chav do it?
Yeah.
Do you want to get married then?
I'm gonna get married,
yeah.
Like if you say no, I'm not bothered.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not me, but that's how it came out in that moment.
I love it.
And then just the slow realisation as to where we were. Yeah, it is a shame. It's a great shame. And weirdly as well, it was on April Fool's Day.
Wow.
Which wasn't a plan.
No. So was there a moment of her thinking, wait, is it? Yeah. Oh,
it would
is
be
he
very
winding
cruel.
me up? Yeah.
Imagine it's a joke. Oh, let's go to the site of one of the UK's worst sort of offenders on April Fool's Day. Yeah. So I think at some point I would like to try and... I'm not saying we get divorced to get remarried, but I would like to right that wrong at some point.
But I tell you what, it makes it very memorable. I mean, what a funny, unique thing that you guys will be able to tell people.
It's certainly a funny, unique thing that I tell people. I don't know if Charlotte does the same. But I remember telling you that in the green room.
It killed me.
That was the night that you did something dreadful as well.
Oh, no.
Do you remember?
No.
You do remember. You have told the story already.
Oh,
on the podcast.
With the thing with the audience member. That's right.
Yeah.
Her dad was dying.
Death keeps coming up, doesn't it?
That was awful.
Well, the reason I wanted to break the tension in the green room then was because I was like, well, here's my equivalent.
Yeah, that's right. That was good. Helpful.
So we all had a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
But that must have felt bad for you.
It felt awful, but then whenever I tell people the story now, I always go, Brennan Reese, who wasn't listening in at all, then went on and made it worse when he was like, it's not like he's dying, and he was.
And well, we don't know.
I have the for people that remember me telling that story.
Stephen Buchanan podcast. It was the one with Stephen.
Yeah, but the one with the Stephen Buchanan. I tell the story about a woman looking visibly upset, crying in the audience, and when I asked her jokingly if she was okay, but then saying, "Oh, it's not him, is it?" Thinking she was with her partner, he was actually dying. She was like, "Yeah, it is him. He's my dad. And he's dying." But the reason I think about that more often now as well, because I'm not very good at doing the whole clip culture in comedy, but I do have video footage of that gig.
Imagine that being your first one that you.
Yeah, and it's always felt quite morally conflicting to think it is a kind of bizarre. It's the kind of thing you would watch if it came up because you're like, wow, that is a weird.
I know for certain
situation.
If that goes out there, that's going viral.
And the worst thing now is, enough time has passed that I think, given when that happened, he's probably maybe just passed away because that was about the timeline he had left.
What better way
to pay homage
to him?
So I just think I could do that now, but wow. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Give it a year or two.
Yeah. And then they might like the memory.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was an intense sort of 15 minutes we all had, wasn't it?
Wow. There we are. But that's let's go back to your story.
Oh yeah.
Forget some of my own. I feel like that's such a unique thing that you must joke about now as well because it's such a kind of morbid thing that it's actually quite funny.
Yeah, I mean, like the film Spider-Man in Glasgow.
Yeah,
I was like watching the trailer, like, oh, that's Waterloo Street, or whatever it is. We watched the ITV documentary, and I'm like, oh, do you recognise that bench? That's where it was, wasn't it? And she's like, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You've graced us on this podcast here with three crackers. Have you a fourth from any realm of your life that you Chris. We can feed to the those loyal, dedicated patrons that subscribe to the Patreon. We thank you.
How many?
And as a treat to you, at least dozen people.
Yeah.
Here's a little something extra.
Yeah. So,
What have you got coming up
on other
on
days,
other days of
Well,
your living life?
there are many days ahead, and there are many things coming up in those days.
Yes.
So the big one is obviously Ignorance is Chris.
As mentioned, Edinburgh Fringe Festival show.
Debut show at the Stand 2.
Yep.
And that is at 4:35
Lovely.
every day. I am going out on tour with Tom Stade for a few dates coming up,
Brilliant.
which will be fun. I've got a couple of whips coming up, but again, by the time this comes out,
They might have passed.
they'll be long gone.
You've missed your opportunity, guys. You just
Yeah.
have to go and see the real thing.
Please come to the show. Please come to the show.
Yeah.
Are you going to come?
I will certainly do my best.
That is very non-committal, I would say.
I might be back home already, serving up the fish fingers and all
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
By the
of course.
time
What time's your show?
1:30.
Okay. Well, hang around.
Sometimes I will hang around.
Yeah. Have you got any tips for me?
No.
No, okay.
Now that I know all my proposal advice ended up in you proposing in the spot where Romo.
Or we can workshop this. Next time you give someone some advice, explain to them it's good to propose in the morning, because then you do sort of eradicate any potential of aligning yourself accidentally to some sort of atrocity. Where would be the worst place to propose in Scotland? I suppose, it'd be Dunblane, wouldn't it? Possibly Lockerbie.
Yeah, that's going to be up there.
Yeah. Anywhere else?
I don't think I can top that now.
When were the Highland clearances?
Well, you're going back there, aren't you? 18 somethings, maybe earlier than that, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Okay.
But you'd have to be quite specific in the old Glencoe region, wouldn't you, to be like,
You can't accidentally do that. I would
Yeah.
have thought you'd have to be quite deliberate.
this is the spot.
Yeah,
They were all over.
Yeah.
That was a well spread.
That's something for us to both think about, isn't it?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Chris Rutter, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, Chris.
Sharing your dead flowers. Please do check him out. Go and see his Edinburgh Fringe Festival show. That is the end of another episode. Thank you to Derek Gerard Photography. Thank you for listening and watching to another episode. A big thank you, as always, to the Stand Comedy Club, to Sean Stables, to Chris Thorburn. I've been Chris Forbes. This has been Chris Rutter. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.